Your student gets 10 out of 10 in the listening test. They leave the classroom ready to chat to the barista, consult with the doctor, or make an inquiry at the bank. But the student is quickly lost and can't follow anything. They return to the classroom and say to you, "I couldn't understand anything." Why is this disconnect happening between the classroom and the outside world? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Damien Herlihy, one of Pavilion ELT's vloggers, and welcome to the March-April issue of the Modern English Teacher. In Season 3, I'm going to focus on the theme of the issue. I'll share some key ideas from the article and then relate them to my own teaching context. Hopefully, through this process, you'll connect some of these ideas to your teaching experiences, wherever you are in the world. The theme of the current issue is teaching listening. Hopefully, through this process, you'll connect some of these ideas to your teaching experiences, wherever you are in the world. Teaching listening has been one of my main professional development focus areas in the last few years, so it was really hard for me to choose one article. Teaching listening has been one of my main professional development focus areas in the last few years, so it was really hard for me to choose one article. In the end, I decided on 3 Things to Listen Out For by Jonathan Ryan. Ryan argues the differences between listening in conversations and listening to text causes that disconnect outside of the classroom. He then goes on to cover 3 important differences, which I'll talk about now. There are 2 types of listening. Listening to unidirectional texts such as television and lectures, and listening in interactions such as ordinary conversations or service encounters. If you think about it, most day-to-day listenings are interactional rather than unidirectional, while in the classroom, listening activities are dominated by unidirectional text. Looking back over my teaching career so far, I can definitely see or hear that in the classroom I used a higher proportion of unidirectional text. How about you? During a conversation, you need to participate by showing engagement. Yes, I'm listening. Stance or position, couldn't agree more. And comprehension. Students outside of the classroom are addressees, people who are being addressed and are obliged to respond. While in the classroom, students are cast in the role of eavesdropper, so they are not getting practice in the skills they need as addressees. Let's talk about those skills now. Minimal responses or back-channeling are absent in unidirectional texts. These minimal responses are required all the time in real life and include okay, oh, Ryan illustrates their importance through this example. I just got the latest copy of the Mat. Oh. Might signal surprise or lack of interest. Invites the speaker to say more about it. Great closes the matter. Okay. Signals the hearer's new understanding. Yeah. Suggests that this is not news at all. Some language learners might know these responses instinctively, but a lot of students from non-European backgrounds struggle with these type of responses and would benefit from instruction. I definitely noticed this a lot in my Thai students. They would often sound unnatural in conversation activities because there was a complete lack of minimal responders. To help students build confidence in this area, Ryan suggests a storytelling activity. During the telling of the story, the teacher pauses for the student to provide minimal responses. These responses can either be positive or negative, depending on the intonation of their voice. Also, by the end of the conversation, the students need to provide a responder that shows that they understand. I could definitely see this working as an activity in a lot of my teenage or adult classes. Projection is similar to prediction. However, rather than related to a pre-listening task, it's more about thinking about what's coming up next in a conversation. Given cues in a conversation, listeners subconsciously ask, where is this going to next? What's your reaction when someone asks, are you doing anything tomorrow afternoon? Usually, you begin by formulating a response based on what your circumstances are. You might mentally prepare an excuse for why you don't want to go, or start mentally clearing your calendar in anticipation of an attractive offer. One simple way to practice projection is through recordings of natural speech and pausing the recording and then asking a student, what do you think is going to be said next? This turns unidirectional activities into conversational listening practice. I think Ryan shows in this article that we need to move away from simple listening comprehension activities in the classroom. We would better serve our students by exploring the sub-skills of conversation. Over to you. Do you teach enough interactional listening activities in your lessons? Leave a comment. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to get more videos that are going to push you higher in your professional development. See you next time.